Good morning. How are you doing? Welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events. Recording time, Monday, December the 12th. Christmas is coming. 9:04 in the morning, and it's 48.6 degrees in West Little Rock at Channel 7 Weather Center West. All right, EuroWX.com. EuroWX.com. Any changes to what we've been thinking? Well, I love this computer model. I love this site too. I also like Weatherbell. I always got to talk about Weatherbell. Like Weatherbell.com too. It's a very, very good one. But I can't show the euro on that. You're not allowed to. So, EuroWX.com. I've been told I can do it from here. So anyway, that's a whole nother story. We're going to start this out. Again, it's late this week that we are going to watch and monitor for a wild weather ride. That's the only way to describe what all of the data is indicating for this weekend. Again, my usual disclaimer, which I should just have scrolling at the bottom of the screen. It's the long range. Things change. But let's start off Friday morning, because if you remember, Friday morning was the time period that we were targeting several days ago for the potential for a little bit of light frozen precipitation. At this time, still, it looks unlikely, but still bears watching. Starting this Friday morning, you can see the 32-degree line hung up over northern and eastern Arkansas, north and east. That's where it appears now that as the warm air comes back, the cold air retreats. Yes, we are going to have cold air come in Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday it's here and begins to retreat. There's a cold high, but it can't lock and hold. It can't come in and settle in. It's going to shoot off towards the east, that area of high pressure, taking the cold with it as a new storm system comes through. And this storm system next weekend is going to be very, very interesting to watch. If you're a weather geek, you're going to love this because it's going to be fascinating to watch as it unfolds. Okay, love it. That may be a bad word to put it, but you're going to be highly intrigued. All right, so this is late Friday. We're in the 40s across the north. Look at the 60s coming in to southern Arkansas, 70s across Texas and the Red River Valley of Texas and Oklahoma. Saturday morning, we're near 70. Do I believe this? I have a very difficult time believing we're going to be near 70 degrees on Saturday. I guess it's possible, but I just think that that's a little too warm. But several days away. And yes, that does lend itself to thunderstorms, and there will be a risk for strong thunderstorms, and we'll have to watch for severe weather as well, although I don't think it's a great threat at all. It's one to watch. Strong temperature gradient. So Saturday morning, 6 a.m., it's 41 in Fayetteville to near 70 degrees across the rest of the state as a new front comes into the state. Now, this is Monday. This is coming up on Saturday. If there's an error with the model, it's that this comes in faster. The cold air arrives sooner than expected out of the sooner state. See what I did there? And then you show me the cold air as it rises from the north. Anyway, I'm trying with all the state things. Anyway, I'm just naturally that type of person. Get it? Anyway. All right, so this is Saturday at 6 p.m. You see that says Sunday 0Z, but that's UTC time. But our time here, Central, that would be Saturday at 6 p.m. It's 44 in Little Rock. Let's start off with northwest Arkansas. 27 up here and 28 degrees up there in, mid and upper 20s in northwest Arkansas. That black dashed line, by the way, is the 32-degree line. 44 here to near 70 across southeast Arkansas. So, yeah, just a little spread in temperature. This is what I'm telling you, watch. It's just a fascinating thing to watch unfold, this very strong front. Like I said, if there's something that may be wrong with the models is that it is too slow with the Arctic boundary. And with thunderstorms coming through too, I'll tell you more about that in a second. So this is Sunday morning. You have gone from temperatures in the 60s to near 70 to teens in northwest Arkansas. Just give or take 50 degree. It's your 50-degree guarantee. 32 in Little Rock. That's nothing major. We've been colder, but it doesn't warm up. It stays in the 20s north. So a very cold air mass. And you're saying, Todd, but what about precipitation? That's a great question. Let's get to it now. Black lines are isobars. I know this is messy, but these black lines, or I should say gray lines, are isobars. You see these these are trajectories showing you wind flow. at the surface. Purple line is the 32-degree line. This is Friday morning at 6 a.m. This is why we had that concern. Remember that those freezing temperatures? This precipitation is not meeting up with the cold air. We thought that at one point that some of this would be in the cold air, but at this time, still can change, it looks like the cold air is gone. At least the sub-freezing air is gone by the time the moisture gets here. So that's why our threat for wintry weather has dropped dramatically. Anyway, so this is Friday afternoon. You see showers developing across the state. Now, let's get into the meat of this. Saturday morning, here's the frontal boundary right in here. Let me see if I can I draw? Yes. So that's your front right in there. Actually, it's a little bit north of there. And you have showers and, yes, thunderstorms developing, and it really picks up in intensity. Now, how that unfolds, it's way too early to tell you how the thunderstorm and rain activity unfolds. What's possible with this is that you'll have a line of thunderstorms with that Arctic boundary, and the cold Arctic air undercuts those thunderstorms, and that would diminish the severity at least, but you can't rule out strong to severe thunderstorms when you have a front like this coming through. But that's just at least one possibility. But I don't think severe weather is going to be a huge threat. It may be for areas south and east of Arkansas, but it's something that's worthy of watching for sure when you have a huge collision of air masses. Freezing line in the purple, by the way, that purple dash line is the 540 thickness line. So you have the freezing line across northern Arkansas. Remember, this is showing you precipitation over the previous 6 hours. Very important. So you're looking here, you're thinking, oh my goodness, look at all that frozen precipitation in northern Arkansas. Yes and no. Back in the cold air, there's the 32-degree line by Sunday morning. The Euro, to some extent, does show a little bit of a changeover as it ends across northern Arkansas to some wintry weather. But it's all south. The rain is basically pushing south of us by Sunday morning. So, in fact, I think I can show you the precipitation type at this time. Yeah, see, it does show a little bit of a changeover behind it, and so does the GFS, if I remember correctly. So, yes, there's that possibility. But remember, we're talking about something that's next Sunday, and it was just several days ago we were like, oh, let's watch Friday, and then now Friday's not turning out to be anything of significance. That, of course, models can fool us and go right back to where it was. But so don't get all excited when you see this. This is just some computer sitting out there. This is actually the Euro, so it's sitting up there, I believe, in England, in Great Britain, and spitting out equations. So don't take this and run to the bank with it. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, this is late Friday. You're looking at instability, convective available potential energy. The fuel, the gasoline that runs your car, makes your car go. This is the gasoline that makes thunderstorms go. And you're starting to see a buildup of instability across southeast Texas. Now, on Saturday morning, you're seeing capes around 1,000 joules per kilogram in western Arkansas with a tongue of instability reaching into northeastern Arkansas. So, thunderstorms, definitely a possibility. Saturday afternoon, you can see those instability levels do diminish, but they are still there across southeastern Arkansas. Right now, I would say, and we don't have any type of outline from the Storm Prediction Center at this time, but watch this area for some severe weather. Maybe a little bit further north than that. Strong thunderstorms. Again, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, but it's worthy of watching. When you're this far out in the long range, of course it is. So Saturday is going to be a wild ride weather-wise with warm air coming in. For how long, though? How many hours on Saturday will that warm air be in place before the Arctic air plows back in? And a lot of times it comes in a little faster than anticipated, and that's definitely within the realm of possibility. A collision in air masses. How does Arctic air react with that? There's a lot of things that have to get sorted out in time. So I wish I ran that crawl at the bottom saying, this is not set in stone. I should, you know my usual disclaimer, but it's fun to look at the models. It's going to be very interesting to see temperatures near 70 in southern Arkansas and in the 20s across northern Arkansas. And yes, on the back side of it, that's what the models are showing. I showed that to you. It's within the realm of possibility, but do not take it to the bank. Thanks for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events.